Is brewing your own beer worth it? The general question when trying to get into home brewing beer is it worth it? The answer to this question is more complicated than a simple yes or no. Let's take a look at different perspectives. Understanding home brewing. To make a personal beer, which is probably what most home brewers aim to do, you have to spend a lot of time understanding how to mix your batches. Experimenting with mixing is where most home brewers find the satisfaction of the craft. In the beginning, you have to understand what grains and herbs, spices, etc. go well together to find a good foundation. It is important to mention that experimenting with different beer recipes is where the cost can increase quite a lot, depending on how long it takes you to find a formula you are happy with. You then have to make sure you understand what kit to acquire, depending on your own vision and budget. Cost of home brewing kits. The cost of home brewing entirely depends on how you wish to craft your beer. If you wish to craft cheaper beer than what you find in the local store, that is entirely possible, but it will limit you substantially. When talking actual numbers in terms of cost of home brewing your own beer, prices vary a lot. If you're just starting, there are kits online priced between $5 and $10. The price then increases as the kits get more advanced, all the way up to several thousand $. Some of the starter kits are very straightforward, with all the equipment and ingredients provided and a clear instruction manual for the entire process. But if you want to make a more personal beer, you have to acquire a kit that allows you to mix whatever grains and herbs you want. Advanced quality equipment is more expensive, but not necessary for hobby brewers. Cost of ingredients. Beer is made from 4 main ingredients: water, hops, either grow your own or buy online for $2+, grain, usually consists of barley, but others can be used, prices from about $2 and up. Yeast, fermentation process, prices from $2 and up on that too. These are the ingredients you need to understand to make a good foundation for your beer. What gives the beer a personal touch is both the correct mixing and processing of these 4 ingredients, but also the herbs and spices you can add to create a unique taste experience. Is it worth your time? That entirely depends on your interest in the craft and whether or not you have a few hours free every 4 or so weeks. If you have the time to spare and like the feeling of creating your own beer, then homebrewing is definitely for you. Conclusion. If you like doing something yourself and if you enjoy a beer from time to time, homebrewing might be worth it for you. All it takes is a few hours of your time to brew your own beer and less than $100. Ready for your first batch?